I'm Ken Kelly. I'm from Sherman, Texas. I own a company called Classic Car Liquidators. I've got quite a few classic cars of my own that I play with, and this is this is probably my favorite car of all. This is the one car that's in my will that my son will get when I'm gone, and we've kind of gotten real attached to it. But it's a '67 Dart, two-door post. It was originally a 225 slant six, just base model Dart. Came out of California originally. Really nice, really clean little car, and a guy named Fast Freddy up in Wisconsin originally built it kind of as a drag car, and then we bought it from him, and I decided I wanted to do some road racing with it. So I basically took all the suspension out. Unfortunately, the only one that really made somewhat competitive suspension for it was Riley Motorsports. So it's got Riley Motorsports front and rear suspension, 4 link in the rear and independent front, and then I put Rod Tech triple adjustable coilovers on it, and the vehicle pretty well does what I want it to in most cases. It's really good on the street, real competitive. It'll actually drag race pretty well. It's got really good traction, and the one thing it's kind of nice about it is I can go anywhere with it. I can drive it on city streets. I can drive it on a track. I can run with these crazy guys that are passing us now on the FM3 road trip. The car just really responds well. You don't have to do a whole lot of adjusting. You can pretty much tighten it up when you get to the autocross, and it'll take care of everything else for you. And it's not the fastest car in the world, but it's a really good, solid car. It's like most Mopars, it's really good in a straight line. The hard part is trying to get them to turn and handle well. So it's done real well for us. I've had a lot of help. Brett and Rod Tech have tried to do everything we can to make this car a little bit more competitive, but it's really just it's kind of at the limits of what you can do with most Mopars as far as when it comes to handling. But the car responds great. Today we took a nice drive into Indiana, and I can pretty much pull everybody away from everyone else and just let it roll, and the car does a great job. My favorite car ever. I'll probably keep it as long as I live, and I'm sure my son will keep it after that. It did real well. I always try to loosen up my coilovers as much as I can. I'll give it a little extra rebound and bring the compression all the way back out as much as possible, and that helps it when some of these rough roads in these towns where, in fact, a lot of people's cars were taking a beating, and they had, basically almost things falling off the car because it was taking such abuse. This one did real well. It absorbed all those without really shaking us up that bad at all inside. And then when I get time I want to do something a little more, get into some twisties, or if I want to go autocross, I can just get under there and start adjusting those coilovers, and it'll tighten it right back up and do real well. But today I actually, on the way, I knew we were going to have a lot of twisties, so I actually loosened the front off quite a bit, but I left the rear end tied down because on Mopars, the rear end tends to slide out from under you pretty quick. And so I went ahead and did that, and all day on the way here, it was really has a really nice feeling. You'll get into those deep corners, and right as you're coming out of them, you start to accelerate, you'll feel the back end just kind of drift a hair and settle. And it's kind of a neat feeling in one of these cars. And so I was able to make some pretty good time, get out there and have some fun, and it does a great job for it. And really, it doesn't beat you up that bad. It's not a real rough riding car at all. And you don't have to worry. When it's time and you want to get down on it and make it move, it'll do it. And makes it real fun.